first thing we're going to do is get our slip knot on our hook. I should say our loop on our hook using a slip knot. Just make sure I have my short side. Okay. And we're going to chain 3. There's 1, 2, there's 3. Then going back into that very first chain, the farthest chain from the hook, we're going to insert our hook and we're going to work a slip knot. Slip stitch, I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. Then we're going to chain 1. That just kind of gives me enough height so I can kind of nicely get into the middle of this circle and work my stitches. So I'm going to get my hook worked in there. There we go. Now we're going to do 4 single crochet. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're not going to be working in the round. We're going to be working back and forth in rows, but I just wanted to start with a little circle. So we're going to turn our work, chain 1, it doesn't count as anything, and I'm going to increase by 4 more stitches. So whatever we start with, if you started with 5 stitches, you'd increase and you'd have 10 in this row. So I'm going to do 2 single crochet in each stitch. So I'm going to end up with 8 single crochet when I'm done. So we're going to do 2 single crochet because we started with 4, we'll end up with 8. There's 2, 2 in the next, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then we're going to turn it. And we're going to repeat this process. That chain 1 does not count as anything, okay? Is repeat our 2 single crochet in every single stitch. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Because we had 8 single crochet in the second row, that's why we have 16 single crochet in the next, because when you double it, so in this next one we're going to have 32 because we're going to do it again. I ended up just repeating row 2 until I got the ears large enough where I liked them. So, and with a thicker yarn, it was 5 rounds. So this would be, what did I say? Round 3, so this is going to be round 4. So we're going to do 2 single crochet. Remember that chain 1 doesn't count as anything. And we're going to do 2 single crochet in every single stitch. And like I said, depending on how big you want your ears, you might want them bigger. You might want them smaller, depending on if you're making a child size bear ear or a large hat bear ear. But this is all that I do, is I just work back and forth until I get the size that I want. And then leave your, now as you can see, I had to get some more yarn. I left the beginning tail here quite long. I'm going to leave the ending tail even longer because that way I can just use my tail to sew it into whatever project I'm going to put it on. And we're just going to continue working back and forth. After this row, I'll show you again how it's starting to take shape and how you can shape it on something. But you get the general idea how to work this pattern. It's really quite easy to make these cute little bear ears. Now, I'm using a lighter yarn. You could use a brown yarn. This is a medium weight yarn. The yarn that I used for the bear hat was a number 5, I think, yarn. And it's a fuzzy yarn, so you really can't even see your stitches. But it just has such a cute little shape on there. I just love how it turned out. And then we got 2 more. And see, and it wants to curve all on its own, which is okay because you're going to get this onto your little project and you're going to sew this in and have your little bear ear. You see that? And you can shape it. And maybe if it's too curly for you, maybe you're going to do a single crochet and then in one stitch, and then a 2 single crochet in the next, and a single crochet in one and 2 single crochet in the next. That would help reduce the amount if you didn't like it so wavy like this, and maybe you don't want it curved so much. But as we sew it into a project, here is your little bear ear all sewn into the project. Hopefully you can see that. It's a nice little, it has just a nice little curve to it. And if you look at bears, little dolls and things like that, little teddy bears, they're going to have a little curve to it. Hopefully you can see that. And on the back, well, if I had my loop out of there, once you sew it in, I'm kind of like having this in the back where you could actually almost sew this together. But I want that, see, I wanted that seam to be apart so you can kind of shape your ears how you want to shape them. But leave a nice long tail so that you can sew it in as need to and put it together. But it's a really cute little bear ear. And thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a chance to make your own and put it on a hat or some kind of an amigurumi, whatever you choose to put it on. Thanks for watching, and take care.